What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Melvin, and we back in this thing with another video, another episode with Jey Uso. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe so we can keep this thing rolling. And oh yeah, hype your girl up so I can make it to the algorithm. That's right, the algorithm, because the algorithm ain't working for me. Okay, let's hop into it. In the last episode, we was trying to figure out how to get into this warehouse because we got the jump on these guys who saw me commit the thing on Marcus. So now we got to spin the block on them. We got to spin the block, all right? So that's what we're doing. Let's get it. I pulled a lockpick from my kit and began working on the door. He worked quickly and quietly, the lock clicking open after just a few seconds. Jay's eyes widened behind his mask. He saw the surveillance feed, but didn't realize that was one of your skills. Roman and Jacob moved into position on either side of the door as you slowly push it open. The scent of damp concrete and something metallic, blood maybe, hits you first. The warehouse interior is dimly lit by a few hanging bulbs casting long shadows across the spacious area. You can see stacks of crates and pallets haphazardly placed around. Your ears pick up the distant echo of voices coming from somewhere deeper inside. You signal the others to spread out silently. I pull out my phone and check which rooms the thugs are in. Your phone screen shows a blueprint of the warehouse with a blinking red dot in the bottom right corner, room 302. You point toward the stairwell leading down, signaling the others. They move quietly, Roman and Jacob talking, taking the lead, with Jay covering their backs and you bringing up the rear. You descend the stairs carefully, each step creaking slightly under your weight. The voices become louder, more distinct. You can hear two men talking, one with a thick Russian accent. As you reach the bottom of the stairs, you see a long hallway with several doors on either side. Room 302 is at the very end of the hallway. Your phone buzzes softly. One of the cameras inside the room just activated, showing two men with guns sitting at a table, counting cash. There's a third man standing by the wall, arms crossed, also armed. 4 men in total. The initial intel only mentioned 3. Y'all know any of these guys? I whisper quietly. Roman shakes his head slightly behind his mask. Jacob, however, taps his own shoulder with 2 fingers, a silent signal meaning one of them fights MMA underground. Sergei Volkov, retired from sanctioned fights 3 years ago. Nasty reputation. Jay's posture tenses at the name. He knows it too. A fourth man walks into the camera frame, and your blood runs cold. Fuck, I know him. That's Cameron, bitch ass. I look at Jey, knowing the history between the two. Jay's body language shifts completely. His shoulders square, his breathing becomes more controlled. That name is burned into his memory. Cameron. The guy who tried to be funny, tried to disrespect his family, his name. The one who got away with it because he was just an old school rapper with a podcast now. Now, here he is, right in the middle of this operation. Roman looks between you two. You good? Hell no. That's that motherfucking Cameron. You remember him? Talked all that shit on his little podcast. Jay's masked head cocks toward you, his voice a low growl. That's the bitch you said we were overrated Samoans riding the legacy. The same motherfucker who called the Usos generic on his podcast. His gloved hands flexed, clearly remembering every word of that infamous episode where Cameron dissed their legacy. The memory of that podcast burns fresh, the disrespect, the way he laughed about their journey, about their family name. You could feel the anger radiating off Jay even through the mask. Roman puts a calming hand on his shoulder. Stay focused, Oos. This ain't about pride. This is about the operation. But Jay's already plotting. What you want to do, babe? I say, looking at Jay. The nickname slips out naturally, babe. And Jay's entire demeanor shifts for just a second. That single word spoken in that low, trusting tone cuts through the red haze. He looks at you, really looks at you, and his plan solidifies. We'll take them all out, non-negotiable. But Cameron, he's mine. Got it. Let's move. The team moves with practice precision down the hallway. You reach the door of room 302. Thick, steel, slightly ajar. Through the crack, you can see all 4 men now. Cameron is leaning back in a chair, feet on the table, laughing at something Sergey says. The 2 cash counters are focused on the stacks of bills. You signal the plan. Roman and Jacob will breach from behind through a side door you spotted on the blueprint. You and Jay will take the front. Jay nods, pulling out his pistol with the silencer already attached. He looks at you one more time, eyes blazing with controlled fury, and you know this is personal for him. Hell, it's personal for me too. Talk about my fucking man and his family. The fuck? Is you cool? Baby, I was so mad. Y'all talking about it's a work. Yeah, it may have been a work. I'm gonna pause the story right quick. It may have been a work. But did you see how my man was looking? Did you see the look on Jey Uso's face? Like, he know how to sell some shit. But you know he no good. His promos. His promos need help. And y'all know his promos need help. Like, my man was mad for real. And that made me mad because, yeah, hell yeah. Nah, we own that. We own that with Cameron right now. Okay? And back to the story. A fierce grin spreads behind Jay's mask at your words. You both get into position. You on the left, Jay on the right. With a silent 3 count, you both kick the door open simultaneously. The sudden intrusion causes chaos. Sergey spins around, gun raised, but Roman's already there, tackling him to the ground. I laugh quietly knowing Roman just speared this guy. Like, bro. Like, that was clearly a classic spear. And that's funny. So, as Roman takes down Sergey, Jacob tackles one of the cash counters, grabbing his gun hand and twisting it behind his back. You line your sights on the other counter, pushing him back against the wall with your gun trained on his face. Jay, however, has his eyes locked on Cameron. Sup, Cam? Cameron's face goes pale. The cocky podcast host who trash talked him from a sound booth now realizing he's face to face with the very men who were the subject of his disrespect. His feet scramble off the table so fast the chair tips over. You're not supposed to be here. His voice cracks nothing like the confident tone from his episodes. You're not supposed to be here. What you doing here? This the shit you got going on? Cameron's mouth opens and closes like a fish out of water. He looks between you and Jay, then his eyes flick to the other men being disarmed and subdued by Roman and Jacob. He goes for his waistband, trying to pull out a hidden gun. Do you know why we here? Cameron's hand freezes halfway to his waistband as he looks into your cold, expressionless eyes behind the mask. He knows that tone. You're not playing around. Behind you, Jacob grunts as he zip ties the second cash counter's hand. Cameron slowly raises his shaking hands, realizing that reason for that weapon would be the last mistake he ever makes. Look, I didn't mean nothing by it, he stammers, sweat beading on his forehead. It's just content. It's just for the show, ratings. He tries to force a nervous smile. What you talking about, man? Cameron swallows hard, glancing nervously between you and Jay. He realizes he's in deep shit and decides to play the ignorance card. The podcast. The stuff I said about y'all, it was just talk. No hard feelings, right? Nah, you thought that shit was funny. I watched my man try to play nicely, but tried to play nicely with you, but no. Like he tried. My man really tried to play along with your game, but you just had to push it, bro. Paramount's eyes widen as he realizes you're talking about Jay specifically. His gaze flicks to Jay, who's standing silently behind you, gun trained steadily on Caramel's chest. Man, look, I was just messing around. At first, maybe. Then you tried to be an asshole. Cameron nods frantically, his voice getting higher. Yeah, maybe I went too far, but come on, it was just jokes. You guys are so serious all the time. I was just trying to lighten things up. His eyes dart to Jay again. Jay, don't look at him. My man is cool as fuck, always been level-headed, but motherfuckers want to push him. Well, motherfucker, I'll push back. Okay? I push back. Cameron flinches violently as your voice booms through the warehouse, snapping his head straight back to you. He realizes instantly that bringing Jay into this was the wrong move. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't come for my man. Don't come for my man's family. I'm on that. He effectively just signed his own death warrant. I ain't pushing nothing, I swear. He screams, backing up until his spine hits the cash counter. I was just talking. That's the problem, Cam. You talk too much. Always got something to say, trying to stay relevant. Well, guess what? This Saturday night, day one, motherfucker, about to show you what it's like to be in the main event. Cameron's face goes pale as he realizes the gravity of your words. He knows exactly what you're implying. He's about to be the main event in a very different kind of showdown. One that won't end with a mic drop, but with a bullet. Wait. And that's what we gonna do. We gonna wait until the next episode. That's right. Thank you for stopping by, checking your girl out. It's me, Melva. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe so we can keep this thing rolling. And oh yeah, like I said, hype your girl up so I can make it to the algorithm. That's right, the algorithm, because the algorithm ain't working for me. Alright? Alright? Peace.